Good evening, I hope you're well. I'm Ian and I'm Butcher to Vegan. And I've just done my weekly vegan food shop at Tesco's. And I'm not at home at the moment, I'm at my daughter's looking after Digby for the weekend, which is a story for a different day. It was pre-planned. So I haven't got any frozen items. I've got a few refrigerated bits. I'm only here for a couple of days, so going home each day. She lives 14 miles from me, so I went to their local Quedgley Tesco's instead today. And I did a food shop and we're going to go through it now with prices and go through one or two other bits and pieces. But let's get the food shop out the way. I got the Plant Chef sweet potato and coconut soup for 85p. 4 of the Growers Harvest soya milks for 59p each. I know I've still not got over it as well, Jane. You mentioned that you've not got over it. I definitely haven't. 59p. The Eat Real hummus chips, they were on offer at £1.50. So I don't know what's going on there. They've only just come off and they're back on at £1.50. This is in the microwave and part cooked already. Japanese fried rice, vegan. Still £3 down to 72p. So I'm having that, and I popped into a Chinese at my daughter's on the way. Vegan, so they say, in the vegan sweet and sour mushrooms. Don't know how it's going to be, but interesting. Vegan sweet and sour mushrooms. You live and learn. Never heard of it, anything like that before. I've got the Plant Chef tomato and basil soup for 85p. I'm going to do the scores on it all when I do the next review. We'll say so surprisingly surprised with the one I had in the week. Now, the Tesco's own baking powder hasn't been in store at 57p for 150 grams for weeks and weeks and weeks. But they had this one for £1, so obviously, but it's at 200 grams instead of 150. But I just think it's one of those ways where, I don't know, there's something going on there. They haven't got no baking powder at all for weeks, and then you can get this one, plenty of this one, for £1. So, you know, it's 57p a pound, 47p. Call me cynical, call me what you want, but I just don't know. The Stockwell tea bags for 90p, just stocking up. And would you believe it, my daughter didn't leave me any tea bags. This is completely empty, I had a Tea Pigs lemon and ginger, and I tried some of the masala chai the other day, but no normal tea bags, as I'd like to call them. I got this shred. Oh, I didn't want shredless. So I love shredded. I got marmalade. I prefer the £1.10. It's when you go to a new supermarket, isn't it? Thank you for your comment on the 2 for £2.50, but I went for this hummus. It's not. It says it doesn't have the new on here. See on this one, it was £1.50. I got the Tesco Rich Tea Biscuits for 55p. I got the Semperia Pan and Chocolates for £2.25. The Iggity Quiche is still on offer at £3.50. The Stockwell tortilla chips to go with hummus for 57p. And first of my Christmas selection bits to try, to give you free from maple and bacon curls. Yeah, they are vegan. You know what it's like when you see bacon, even after all these shows, you do go, oh, I've got it wrong. But I did check when I was in the store. They were £1.40, so a bit more on the expensive side, from 40p, 40% dearer than the normal stuff. But, you know, let's see what they're like, give them a fair review. The Cathedral City, I got the slices for a reason, but then I went and got the Cathedral grated as well. So the two were for £4.50. You save 10p, which is but I'm going to use the slice round. There's Frankie. Digby boy. There's Frankie. Miles has gone out the window, and there's Digby in the dark. Come on, boy. Hello, Diggy boy. Good boy, good boy. So yeah, nearly finished. I've got the Alpro custard for £1.15, and Flora and salted butter still on offer at £1.10. I had to go into a friend's cats today, so I popped into a independent bakery in Longhope in Gloucestershire, and I got a magnificent rye bread, and it was £3.60. I've had a fair bit of it already. I'm doing it with balsamic vinegar and olive oil. Oh, love it. I went in there for the focaccia that I had the other week, which I never filmed, but they sold out. And this sourdough had been frozen, so previously frozen, £1.80. So I'm looking forward to that as well, sourdough toast. Yeah, so that's me going off on one. And finally, last but not least, but Wicked Kitchen used to be the main one in Tesco's. Notice tonight in this one, I've not been in my one for a few days. Bosch are in there, which they're a vegan duo who've been around a lot longer than I have, and they've been vegan a lot longer than I have. Their cakes were back in there, which they've been out of Tesco's for a little while. One of their cakes was in there, a carrot cake was in there. And they had 2 different pizzas, margarita and some with maple though. And they had some meals. They had a chili, which it looked, I'll be honest with you, I will try them out. It looked just rice, to be honest. And there's another one which is very micro cubed tofu in it. Now, all that said, I'm not straight out there. I'm not the biggest fan of them. I've met them personally. Not them as people. Fantastic that they're vegan. Fantastic together. I just don't watch their videos. I find their recipe books. I've got a couple of them at home, so you know, I've paid me money. I'll have my say. They're too complicated. I've said it before. If I want complicated, I'll go down Gaz Oakley. There are much better ones like Matt Pritchard out there. Gaz Oakley. There are. Oh, sorry, just gone. My brain's going frozen. I will go for my vegan. I will do a vegan cookbook review, I suppose, at some stage. But what I'm trying to say is, they're overpriced in the Tesco's. They did it with Wicked towards the end, and they've done it with Bosch. The pizzas they're only £3.95, but they are small. They really are. I wouldn't have to look at some standard pizzas. It's the vegan tax, and they're small. They're £4.95 for a little microwave meal, and it was mainly rice and the most minuscule. And I'm just saying, it just feels like if they were a pound cheaper each, I'd have picked them up. A pound, probably a bit more than that, 150 on the meals. To be honest with you, they're just not. They just don't look worth it, to be honest. But fair play to them. They're in there, and there are things I'm going through thinking about today about how many places there are in Cheltenham, less than there were. The 2 main vegan shops in Cheltenham, when I started 5.5 years ago, well, nearly 6. They're no longer around, and they haven't been around. They haven't been. The last one went nearly 2 years ago, so it's a shame. It's a bit of a whinge, but it's a good thing, really, if you want to give them. Is it Ian and Emery, Colin and Emery? Support them by all means, and give me your views as well. Let me know what you think of their food, and if you've got their cookbooks, let me know. If you think I'm wrong when saying they're too complicated, please call me out. It's only fair. I've called them out. Call me out. But what I can say is, Bosch are in there, and the last but not least, the mince pies, the Christmas mince pies are in there. Again, the vegan tax, and I always go on about the vegan tax. Normal mince pies, £1.50. Vegan mince pies, £2. That's all you've got to say about it, really, isn't it? So it's a shame, but that's the way it is. So that's my small weekly vegan food shop, just to tide me over. And most of this is going home tomorrow morning. I pop home. Just needed a few bits and pieces. And of course, got to sample things to get back to you guys and give you opinions before Christmas. If you've got this far, please give it a thumbs up. If it's something you're used to, me whinging, me going on a rant and rage, food shops, meal of the day, food reviews, and dog walks, please subscribe. That'd be amazing. And I'll let you know how they get on. Yeah, I better put them in the microwave like that. Till the next one, thanks again for watching. Bye.